Top of the Breaking Views agenda today, Europe's big banks. Credit Suisse keeps on cutting costs, but how much more is there left to squeeze? And Santander also sees poor results and blames its profit drop on property losses. With me now to discuss these stories is Reuters Breaking Views economics editor Edward Hadas. Ed, let's start with Credit Suisse. Pretty poor set of results, profits halved, and they're going to cut costs by 1 billion more francs. Is that enough?
Well, the results were poor, but when you take this and that out and so forth, by today's rather mediocre standards for investment banks, it's not too bad. They think their underlying return on equity is 10%, which is below their target of 15%, but is still reasonably for today. The next billion, well, they were ahead of the pack with the 3 billion cost cut announcement last year. And it's a little bit distressing in a sense to hear that that wasn't enough. It just shows how the business conditions have deteriorated. Last year it was mostly fixed income. This year it's going to be, or the next round is going to be equity. Will it be enough? Well, it's very hard to keep cutting costs without also cutting revenue. So this looks like it's going to be a squeezed industry for quite some time. And
I mean, on top of the 1 billion in cost savings that we've been told today, there's renewed speculation that more jobs are going to go. And last week it was up to 2,000 jobs.
Yeah.
Again, it's the same sort of question. Is that enough?
Well, I mean, the 1 billion cost cuts will be largely consist of job cuts, although as yet the pay level at Credit Suisse doesn't seem to have fallen as much as one might have expected. Will it be enough? Well, you just got to shrink to fit. The business is down, the capital requirements are up, which means that trades that used to be profitable are no longer quite as profitable. And they're going to just have to keep on cutting until they get to a point, the industry is going to have to keep on cutting until it gets to a point where profitability makes sense. That means wage cuts and it means headcount cuts.
And yet, of course, you know, okay, some markets have had difficult conditions, but equity markets are going through the roof.
Yeah, unfortunately, equity market levels are going through the roof. Equity trading business isn't very good. And that means that the people that are in the intermediaries, these investment banks, are having problems.
Okay, Santander, probably, if anything, the results today from Santander were even worse. Their profits were down by 2/3. What would your advice be to the board at Santander?
Well, they've just got to keep doing what they're doing. You know, they need to get their Spanish losses behind them. They're in a pretty good position to do so. So these losses are this decline in profits, these charges are part of the course of getting to be the bank they want to be, which is a world-class bank. They're still clearly a ways away, but they're on the right path.
But the Spanish economy and the housing market has not reached bottom yet. So, I mean,
well, the Spanish economy
if anything, it's worse for Santander.
Spanish economy is probably pretty close to the bottom. They've probably taken most of their losses. And the key thing for Santander, of course, is that they moved out of Spain as their main market many years ago. It's less than 20% of profits, although a lot more of percentage of the problems that the bank faces.
So do you think this is as bad as it gets for Santander?
I suspect this will be pretty much as bad as it gets for them.
We'll hold you to that, okay? Thank you, Edward. That was Edward Hadas from Reuters Breaking Views. For more financial insight, do watch our US Breaking Views show every day at 12:30 Eastern, 17:30 British Summer Time. I'm Jamie McGeever. This is Reuters.